As every opportunity has a time limit on it. My name's Thomas O'Regan and I have a 9 property portfolio. I create these videos to help people that are trying to invest, learning how to invest in Australia through property. Now, property is literally, I love property so much. It's the best thing ever and it is my investment vehicle of choice. But the reality is, it's at the end of the day, it's not about the properties, it's about what the property brings me, right? It's like financial freedom. If I could find, or if I knew a better way to create financial freedom for myself in a different asset class, in a different investment vehicle, I would do that. But the fact is, if you want to be successful in investing, you just have to be interested in what you're investing in. So it's very hard to figure out an opportunity that is better than the one I'm in, because it's the nuances of whatever investment class you're investing in require the skill and knowledge that would only happen if you're interested in it. And I mean, if I had access to people who were skilled investors in gold or crypto or share markets, and they were able to get better returns than I could in the property market, I would engage them. But the reality is I don't have access to those people. So I invest in property and I get a very good return in property. I get, for the last 3.5 years, I've been getting a cash on cash return from the initial investment of 400% per year. So opportunities, but the thing about investing is in property or anything is opportunities are time limited. They don't last forever. The opportunities are created for so many different reasons. And I'm talking about opportunities to make a lot of money, right? As a good investment, okay? Opportunities, you must view opportunities through principles, like your principles of investing. My principles of investing in property are upside for capital growth, like capital growth, okay? If properties didn't have a capital growth component, if they weren't an inflatable asset class, I wouldn't invest in them. I would, okay, just that's it. Cash flow. If the asset I invested in didn't have cash flow, I wouldn't invest in it. 3, I don't talk about this one much, but cash on cash return of the asset. When I put my money into the asset, I want to get my money back as soon as possible. And I want it to be something like an infinite return or a 2-week return on cash return, which is unheard of. I don't see other investors getting 100% cash on cash return or putting their deposit in and getting their deposit back in a period as quickly as I am, which is 2 weeks, which is the reason I've been able to scale my portfolio so quickly. And so cash on cash return, a cash flow is in the rental income, and capital growth, long-term capital growth, and then rentability. I want to invest in properties, and rentability kind of goes back to cash flow. You want to invest in properties that are going to be easy to rent out and the rent is going to increase, okay? So again, with inflatable assets, rent itself, rental income is an inflatable asset. Well, it's an inflatable thing, right? You receive rent, it doesn't go up in a linear fashion, but rent goes up at least with the rate of inflation. So keep that in mind. So in saying that these are the principles, what I invest in doesn't matter as long as it hits the principles, right? So currently I invest in apartments because all these principles are aligned and they are getting me the best result. So that's why, but if, for example, I found an opportunity where houses were meeting these principles, then I would invest in those. And even if it was just a different asset class completely, like commercial property, right? Or if the opportunity in Australia no longer existed to meet these, cash flow, capital growth, rentability. If it didn't meet those things, then I would invest in a different country. Look to New Zealand, look to the Philippines, look to somewhere else. Like, people get so bogged down in the actual strategy or the actual vehicle that they use, and then it creates them to have less opportunity in front of them. And you just want to remember, what are the principles, the principal reasons that you're investing in, and does anything else matter if those principles are met? Like, I don't know if I should even bother trying to give an example of it in stock, but for example, if my return, when I invest in property, I'm getting 100% return on my money, cash on cash return of 100% in 2 weeks. And then the way I see it is I'm getting this property, I'm owning this property for no money, and then the property is going up at a rate of at least keeping up with inflation. If nothing else, like worst case scenario, it's going up with the rate of inflation, okay? And the cash flow piece means, positive cash flow piece means it is not costing me any money to own this property. So it didn't cost me any money to buy the property, and it's not costing me any money to hold it, and it's got long-term capital growth potential. That's all I need, okay? So if we're to go look in the stock market, which I'm not interested in at all, but say for example that opportunity didn't exist anymore in property. I couldn't get these deals done anymore. They disappeared. Like, situations change, like opportunities don't exist forever. Like, what if the government changes? What if the government changed policy? What if government says you're not allowed to be a property investor in Australia anymore? What if the bank's criteria changes and they don't allow lending anymore? Things can change, okay? So when things change, you have to adapt. Is my point of this video. And I'm getting back to with the shares thing, if I was able to find, or if I had access within my network to people that could find the same fundamental principles within shares, I would invest in that. If I could put $50,000 in the share market and get my money back straight away, and then have money in the share market that just grew year on year, that I didn't have to pay anything for, which is my outcome through property, then I would do that. But I don't know how to do that, and I don't know any people that can do that. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know that don't get caught up in whatever strategy you're in. Like, people are so crazy with like, I want a house and land, I want a house on land, I want a house on land. They're so crazy about it. They don't even think about anything else. Like, it's like, I want a house on land, so nothing else matters. The cash flow doesn't matter. The fucking capital growth doesn't matter. I just think that houses go up in value more than apartments, so I'm gonna get a house and land. It's like, you need to like bring it back to the principles. And if the principles are a part of moving forward in this asset, then do it. But if they're not, then whether it's a house and land or whether it's an apartment, it doesn't matter. Okay, see ya.